4.1 part 2. All right, yesterday we talked about radians, where they came from, and how we're going to talk about radians a lot with our unit circle and stuff. But the second way to measure angles, which is what you guys are more familiar with, is in degrees. All right, is in degrees. There's 360 degrees in one circle. One revolution around the unit circle. One circle is 360 degrees. So half a circle is how much? 180. Good. A quarter is 90. Okay, you guys are all familiar with that. We think in degrees. So like I just said, a half revolution, halfway around the circle, is 180. A quarter is 90. There is a correspondence between degrees and radians. 360 degrees is one whole circle. C-I-R-C-L-E. Wow. And then we need to understand that one whole circle is 360 degrees. Well, one whole circle is also how many? 2 pi radians. So this is one whole circle. So half of a circle is pi, and half of a circle is 180 degrees. So get those equivalents in your mind. A quarter of a circle is 90 degrees, or also, what? Pi over what? 2. And then 270 degrees is 3/4 circle, and that's the same as 3 pi over 2. Now, if you guys are wondering, you can just leave it there. If you guys are wondering where that's coming from, okay, think about 2 pi. Right? 2 pi. If I cut it into 4 pieces, what does that give me? Pi over what? Pi over 2? Pi over 2. Okay, so a quarter of your circle is pi over 2. 2 quarters is 2 pi over 2, which reduces to what? Pi. 3 quarters is 3 pi over 2, which is our 270. And then 4 quarters is 4 pi over 2, which reduces to 2 pi. That's where that comes from. You just take 2 pi and cut it into 4 pieces. Okay, so there is a conversion where you guys are going to have to convert from radians to degrees and degrees to radians. There is nothing really to memorize with this, guys. The conversion is 180 over pi. How many degrees are in half of a circle? 180. How many radians are in half of a circle? Pi. So that's what you just need to remember is 180 and pi. What you need to understand is what you're trying to cancel out should go on the opposite. Like if you have degrees in your numerator, then when you're converting, you should have degrees in the denominator so they cancel out. If you're starting off with radians with pi in the numerator, then you need to have pi in the denominator in order for it to cancel out. Let me show you what I mean. This is a good thing to memorize. If you don't, it's not that big of a deal, but 30 degrees is the same as pi over 6, 45 is pi over 4, 60 is pi over 3, 90 is pi over 2, 180 is pi, and one whole circle is 2 pi. So if you're going to convert, all right, a lot of times it's just going to say convert. It's not going to tell you to go from one to the other. Obviously, we're starting off in what? How do you know you're in degrees? Because there's a degree symbol, okay? So it's 135 degrees over 1. So your conversion is either pi over 180 or 180 over pi. Where is the 180 going to go? Why in the denominator? Because you want the degree symbols to do what? Cancel. And now we just simply multiply. You can multiply across. You're going to leave your answer in terms of pi, meaning pi is going to be in your answer. So you can say this is 135 pi over 180 and then simplify. You can simplify within. Let's think about this. If I simplify within, 5 goes into 135. How many times? Look. How many? 27. Okay. So then 5 goes into 180. How many times? 36. Okay. Can you simplify a little more? Yeah. What goes into both 27 and 36? 9. 9 goes into 27 3 times. 9 goes into 36 how many times? So what are you left with on top? 3 pi over 4. There's your conversion. That's all you're doing, guys. You're just going to simplify a fraction. All right, if I had 540 degrees, what about if I had negative? Let's change this to negative 540. Whoa, how does that change the problem? Just, you go the opposite direction. You're actually going to go clockwise. You're going to start and go down, right? But what do you guys realize about 540 or negative 540? Is that bigger than one whole circle? Yeah. Does that make a difference? No, you do the conversion the exact same. The only thing you have to remember is there needs to be a what in your answer? A negative sign. So I'm still going to say 540 over 1. And then what's my conversion? Pi over 180. You guys don't have to find the biggest number in common first. Start off with the easiest. What number goes into both 540 and 180?
9.
Bigger.
9.
How about 10? Right? Can I just do this real quick? Now is it a little easier to see? What goes into both 54, God bless you, and 18? 9. Okay, 9 goes into 54 how many times? 6. 9 goes into 18 how many times? 2. All right. Anything else? I can simplify. This becomes a 1, and this becomes a... So my answer is how much? Negative. Good, Victor. 3 pi. Why is it negative? Because I changed it to negative when we started off. Good. All right, is that unbelievably difficult? No. What about if you started off like this? Whoops. What am I starting off with right here? 16 pi over 5. Am I in radians or degrees? I am in radians. So how do I convert? We're going to multiply, yep, by what? By 180 over pi. Why did we flip it this time? Because look, guys, whatever you want to cancel out needs to be on opposite. So it's the same thing on top and bottom. You cancel it out. And now you just simplify. You can multiply across if you want and then divide, or you can simplify within. 5 goes into 5 once. How many times does 5 go into 180? Is it 36? Okay. So you have 36 times 16. Well, I don't know what that is off the top of my head. So 36 times 16. 6 times 6 is 36. Carry the 3. 18, 19, 20, 21, right? And then 6 and 3. Is it 576? Check me. What is my complete answer? 576 degrees. Does it make a really big deal if you forget the degree thing? Yeah. Yes, make sure you have the degree thing. All right. Okay, scooting along. We're going to go back to some... My smarties in here can handle it. Hold on. Geometry terms that you guys are very familiar with. Two positive angles, alpha and beta, are complementary when their sum is 90 degrees, or pi over 2. Two positive angles are supplementary when their sum is what? 180, or pi. Okay. Somebody asked me yesterday, how do you remember this? Well, I could ask Ms. Chung because she teaches geometry, and I know you guys are going to do that in geometry. But guys, let's think about it this way. What letter comes in the alphabet first, C or S? C. So in numbers, what number comes first, 90 or 180? So C goes with 90, S goes with 180. I don't know how else to describe that to you guys. I know for a fact you guys have heard these two terms a million times. Probably in middle school. You've heard it in geometry. You probably heard it as well in Algebra 2. We've got to remember this. This is a really easy concept, but you have to be able to remember that complementary is 90 and supplementary is 180. So how do we figure out if something has a complement or a supplement? Well, the first thing I want you to do is remember the two different measurements. Complement means they add up to 90 degrees, or they add up to what in radians? Pi over 2. Supplement means they add up to 180, or what? 1 pi. Okay, that's the part where you guys are going to forget is the pi part. Now, finding out if something has a supplement or a complement, the order is super important because the two angles have to add together to be 90 or 180. Or pi over 2 pi. So when you are figuring out if they have a supplement or a complement, this is how it has to work. So I'm going to take letter A. My angle is 72 degrees. We're going to find out if there's a complement or a supplement. This is exactly what I need to see from you guys. What does complement mean? What's the total? 90. The 90 has to go first. So you're going to say 90 minus 72 equals what? 18 degrees. That is the complement. How do you figure out if there's a supplement? Well, what is supplement? 180 has to come first. What's 180 minus 72? What is it? 108. Does this angle have a supplement and a complement? Yes. Okay, perfect. All right, let's look at B. This is what I need to see from you guys. B. Let's do complement and supplement. Remember, it's two positive angles that add up to give you. So I say 90 minus 148. Is that going to give me a positive number? No. So you would tell me here there's no complement. Don't just look at it and be like, oh no. On the quiz, I need you to show me, hey, I understand. Complement means I take 90 and subtract the angle from, so that's why there's no complement, because it's a negative. Don't just tell me no. So supplement, it's what? 180 minus 148. What's 180 minus 148? 32? 32 degrees. So this one has a supplement but no complement. If the angle is bigger than 180, does it have a supplement? No. Does it have a complement? No. Okay. How do we feel? All right, that's super easy. Now, C and D are super easy as well. It's just a little different because we're finding here in letter C the complement, and then I'm going to do the supplement underneath. Now think about it, guys. Complement means 90 degrees or pi over 2, right? So again, you have to take the 90 or the 180 and write it first. So I'm going to say pi over 2 minus 2 pi over 5. You have to put the 90 or the 180 first. So when I do this, I need a common denominator. What's a common denominator between 2 and 5? So if I multiply the bottom here by 5, I multiply the top by 5, right? If I multiply the bottom here by 2, I get 10, so I multiply the top. What's 5 minus 4? So I have pi over 10. Is that a positive number? Yeah. So this is the complement. I'm going to do the exact same thing, but instead of pi over 2, I'm going to start with what? Pi over 1, or pi, good. So I have pi minus 2 pi over 5. Common denominator between 1 and 5. So multiply the bottom by 5, then the top. What's 5 pi minus 2 pi? 3 pi over 5. There's my supplement. Where you guys will make a mistake is you'll put the angle first, not the pi or the 180. You've got to put pi or pi over 2 first. It's 90 minus or 180 minus. Let's look at D. Complement, supplement. So I'm going to take, first of all, let's find the complement. So it's pi over 2 minus 4 pi over 5, right? What's the common denominator between 2 and 5? 10. So I'm going to multiply the bottom by 5, and I get 10. So multiply the top. I'm going to multiply the bottom by 2. So then I do the top. I get 8. So I have 5 minus 8 gives me negative 3 pi over 10. Is that your answer? No. What's your answer here? No complement or none. You're showing me why there's not, because this is a negative number. Don't circle that and tell me, oh, it's negative. No, it's not. Complement and supplement means two positive angles that add to give you 90 or 180. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right, let's try supplement. Pi over 1 minus 4 pi over 5. Common denominator, 5. So multiply the bottom by 5, then the top. What's 5 pi minus 4 pi? Pi over 5. Perfect. Victoria. Super. It's Thursday of homecoming week, and I'm still yapping. You're welcome. I'm almost done, I promise. All right, let's scoot along. Now we're going to talk about linear and angular speed. We won't get into that much. I'm not even going to give you any problems on it, but I do want to talk about arc length, okay? Here's a very basic formula. And again, you're going to leave your answer in terms of pi. Yeah, sure. So here is the formula for arc length. It says for a circle of radius r, central angle theta intercepts the arc length of s. So s is the arc length. Let me explain to you what arc length is, okay? Equals r is the radius that they give you or that you're going to find. And then theta is the central angle. Now, this is a super, super easy formula, but you have to remember one thing. You have to remember this one thing. The central angle, before you figure anything out, has to be in radians. How do you think they're going to give you the central angle? In degrees. And they're going to make you convert. All right? If you don't remember to do that, then you're going to get it wrong. If you do remember to do that, easy peasy. You've got to remember to make your central angle, you've got to turn it into radians. So let's do a couple problems here. Okay, first of all, it says a circle with a radius 4. So write down, okay, I have r equals 4, right? Yeah, but no, you won't have to use decimals. So you have a circle with a radius of 4 inches. Find the length of the arc intercepted by the angle. So they're telling you the angle is how much? 240 degrees, okay, as shown in the figure. So look, here is the angle they're talking about. The arc length is how long the edge of the circle is, the outside of it, we'll say. Now, this is a really easy problem because the formula is S equals what? R times theta. What is the thing you have to remember to do, guys? This has to be in radians. It's not. 98% of the time, they're going to give you the central angle in degrees. So what do you have to do first? You're going to say 240 over 1, and then when I convert it, what do I have, pi over 180 or 180 over pi? Pi over 180, because I want my degrees to cancel out. So right away, I'm going to cross off my zeros. What number goes into both 24 and 18? 6 goes into 24 4 times. 6 goes into 18 3 times. So how much is your central angle? 4 pi over 3. That's what you use in the formula. And you're going to leave your answer in terms of pi, meaning you just leave the pi symbol. So literally, all you do is say your radius is 4, which is 4 over 1, times, what's your central angle? 4 pi over 3, and we simplify. So our arc length is, what's 4 times 4? 16 pi over 3. And then what were we measuring in? Inches. That's it. That's very easy. What about if they gave you S and theta? Could you figure out what R was? Yeah. Yes, right? If they gave you theta and R, you could find S. If they give you S and R, you can find theta. You can manipulate that. But this is a super, super easy kind of a question. Yeah.
So if we do have to solve for theta, how do we solve?
You're going to leave it in terms of pi. Whatever you get, you'll leave it in terms of pi.
Would you like do the opposite, so be 3 over like 4 pi, for example, because you have to divide, right?
But you're going to leave everything, because you're not going to have a calculator. So you don't have to worry about like decimals and stuff like that.